Hi guys, and welcome to today's workshop. So today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some tips and strategies to help you stop studying every single Monday. So something that I see all the time, or that I hear all the time from you guys, is that you're doing fine for a little bit. You get started with your journey, you do amazing Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday comes, motivation starts to drop. Thursday, motivation is even lower. Friday, you stop, and then you tell yourself, whatever. I'm just gonna do whatever, and then I'll get started again next Monday. And then you keep stuck, or you stay stuck in this cycle of I'll get started next Monday, next Monday. And we know that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And the truth here is that it's not about your genetics, it's not about your life, it's not about your family, it's not about your culture, it's not about literally nothing around you. And it's not even about motivation. It's more about the things that you're doing and what you're not doing, and most importantly, understanding why this is happening to you. So before we get started, please put a number one on the Zoom chat, just so I know that you guys can hear me and that you guys are actually paying attention. So please put that number one on the Zoom chat, just so I know you guys are here. Okay, great. I can see some number ones in there. Put your phone away, unless, obviously, if you're using your phone to watch me, don't put it away. But if you're using your laptop, put it away so you don't get distracted. Take notes as if the slides are not here. I want you guys to understand, everything that I'm about to say. I don't want you to just take screenshots and save them, because that's not really gonna be helpful. But I do want you to understand everything that I'm gonna tell you, so you guys can actually take some action steps, make it happen, and get the results that you want with your fitness journey. Okay. So by the end of this, you're gonna understand why you keep failing. And like I mentioned earlier, it's not about motivation like many people think. You're gonna understand or learn 5 simple, literally very simple and very realistic steps that you can start taking from today, not tomorrow, not Monday, but right now, that will actually help you stay consistent. And I'm gonna help you understand and teach you how you can build habits that actually last. So you can stick with this even when life gets messy or busy or unexpected things happen, because that's just life. But we just want to do something that's realistic, that we can make it happen, and that it works even when life gets messy. So I give, a structure to you guys, structure, accountability, guidance. But the main thing I want you to get from here is just that knowledge in understanding what's happening, what you're doing wrong, and how to fix it. Now, why listen to me? Why should you be spending your 30 minutes here listening to what I'm about to say? One, because I've coached over 200 women to help them lose weight and achieve the fitness goal and make this a lifestyle. And these women were women that were stuck in this cycle of, I'll just get started again Monday. I'll try again Monday. I'll try again next week. I'll try again tomorrow. And we just know that tomorrow never happens. Tomorrow turns into the next day, and the next week, next month, next year. And then if nothing changes, nothing changes. I know how stressful can be when you are busy with work, with life, unexpected things happen when motivation drops. I've been in that journey myself as well for many, many years. In my approach, it's something realistic, again, sustainable, and something that you can actually start applying ASAP. And these are just some success stories from my clients. And these are all women, like I mentioned before, that we're stuck in that cycle. I'll get it done tomorrow. I'll get it done next week. I'll get it done Monday. And they were just sick and tired of starting over every single Monday. They wanted to make a change because they knew that if nothing changed, nothing was going to change. So they joined my program, and now they're here now achieving amazing results because they have applied the things that I'm about to share with you guys, the steps, the 5 steps that you can start implementing ASAP. So this is how you're probably feeling right now. And I want you guys to put it on the Zoom chat with a number 1, 2, or 3, or 1, 2, and 3 if you're feeling all of this right now. So number 1, you're probably feeling a little bit frustrated because you keep starting over every single Monday. You do well on Monday because Monday motivation, it's always very high. Tuesday, you do amazing as well. Wednesday, motivation starts to drop a little bit. Thursday, your motivation is like down here. Friday, you tell yourself, whatever, what the hell? I might as well just start again Monday because I really want to enjoy my weekend. I did amazing during the week. Or maybe you have a family event, parties, something on the weekend. So you tell yourself, I really want to enjoy, so I don't want to stick to my diet. I don't want to stick to my training program. I'm just going to take some time off, rest, and get started again next Monday. And this is making you feel very frustrated because you're promising or you're telling yourself you're going to do something, and then that something doesn't happen. You don't stick to your promises, and that just keeps you stuck. And also, it's frustrated and annoyed because what you want to happen, it's not happening. And you just keep starting over again and again and again and again. The second thing that you're feeling right now, the second way that you're probably feeling right now, maybe you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with all the information that's out there online, all the things. Some pages tell you, don't do that. Maybe you're overwhelmed about what to eat, what not to eat to help you reach your goals, how to train, what exercises to do, what exercises you shouldn't be doing, how many sets, how many reps, how much weight you should be lifting. You just feel overwhelmed. And sometimes that feeling of overwhelmed can make you stop whatever it is that you're doing because you try something one day and then you want to try a different approach the next day and then you want to try something different the day after and you just keep trying and trying and trying, and because you're constantly changing approaches all the time, you don't see the changes because when you try something for a short term or a short period of time, it doesn't really work, and then you feel overwhelmed, you feel like it's not working, and then you tell yourself, whatever, I'll just get it started, or I'll try something new next week. I'll try something new on Monday. And again, you get it stuck, or you stay stuck in that cycle of I'll just get it started on Monday. Or maybe right now you're feeling stuck. You aren't sure if what you're doing is working or if it's ever going to work. Or you aren't sure if you are able to get the results, if you're capable, if you have the genetics to lose weight. Maybe you have accepted that nothing is going to change. Maybe you have accepted that this is your lifestyle and you need to accept your body the way that it is, and you need to love your body, even if you are overweight, even if how you're feeling right now, now, you probably just feel like I just need to accept everything. But you don't have to. And if you're here right now, it's because you don't want to accept it, right? You want to make a change. So if right now you're feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, or and stuck, put it on how you guys are feeling right now. Or maybe right now, maybe right now is how you felt or how you're feeling right now. So this is how you're feeling, feeling this way. So I'm going to tell you three reasons, 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 reasons this is happening. You, you, you a simple and a clear plan to follow. Maybe you're trying different things all the time. Oh, it's cutting off. Okay, let me know if you guys. Sorry, I don't. I don't. Okay, maybe let me just remove the microphone. Okay, I'll remove the microphone and let me know if you guys can hear me better. Okay, what about now? Is it a little bit better? Yeah, better. Okay. So yeah, okay. I think it's a microphone. I should probably get a new one. Okay, but if anything happens, just let me know, guys. Okay, cool. Okay, so the mistake number one that you're probably making, or why you feel this way, is because you don't have a simple or a clear plan with the things that you're doing. When we're doing random things, when we're trying random approaches, when we don't have a proper or clear structure to follow, it's easier for things to get messy. It's easier for us to do random things here and there. And how I mentioned earlier, if you constantly do random things, it's not going to work. In random structure or random things are going to lead to guessing, are going to lead to inconsistency, and that's going to lead to random results. Because when we do things in a random way without following a specific structure, it's like trying to go from point A to point B. Instead of going in a straight direction, you just go around and around and around and around circles, and you don't get there because nothing is simple, nothing is clear. And that's exactly why you feel overwhelmed. That's exactly why you feel stuck. That's exactly why you feel frustrated with whatever it is that you're doing. Reason number two, or mistake number two, you're probably waiting for motivation, or you're probably waiting for the perfect time to get started or to try again. But we know that motivation, it's always like this. Motivation, it's literally always, always, always up and down. Always. You might feel motivated on Monday, Tuesday, then motivation drops. You might feel very motivated at the start of your journey. It's always like that, especially when you guys join my program. You always feel motivated at the start, but then motivation drops. Or maybe you're waiting for the perfect time. Maybe you got started, but then something happened, like got busy, like got messy. And then you're like, maybe right now is not the time. I'll just wait when things settle down a little bit, or when life gets better, or when things get a little bit better. You're waiting for the perfect timing. But the perfect timing, it's literally now. I want you to think about this. Let's say you have a very busy lifestyle, okay? If your life is busy now, busy and messy now, do you think your life is gonna get busy and or messy again in the future? Probably yes, right? Life is always unexpected. Life is always gonna get busy, even if we don't want to, but things just happen, and that's okay. So knowing this, do you want this to be a lifestyle change, or do you want it to be just something that's a short term, just something for a few weeks and then go back to square one? Probably the first option, right? If you're here, it's because you want this to be a lifestyle change. So knowing that your life is gonna get busy and messy again, and knowing that you want this to be a lifestyle change, don't you think now it's the right time and the perfect time to do this, even if life is busy and messy? Because if you can learn how to do it now while your life it's a little bit like this, then when your life gets better, things are gonna be easier. And if you can get that guidance and that support now that things are not the best, then everything is gonna adjust and adapt, and it's gonna be easier for you to continue with everything when life gets a little bit better and when things are not that busy. And also you're gonna learn how to handle things or how to do things when your life is busy again in the future. So there's no such a thing as a perfect timing. Perfect timing was yesterday. The second best perfect timing is literally today. And with motivation, we simply cannot rely on motivation if we want to achieve our goals, not just with fitness, but with anything. Motivation, it's exciting, yes, for a little bit, but it's not long lasting. So waiting for motivation or perfect timing, it's the second mistake that you're making, and that's why you keep starting again or keep starting over every single Monday. And the reason number three, or mistake number three, maybe you don't have accountability, or you don't have the right support, or you didn't have that accountability, or you didn't have that support. Because the problem with this is that when you don't have someone guiding you in this journey, it's much easier to quit. It's much easier to stop. It's much easier to stay stuck in that cycle of I'll just get started again Monday. Because when it comes to showing up for yourself, we often don't do it, especially if it's something that we've been struggling with for a very long time. But when it comes to showing up or doing something for someone else, we always do it because we don't want to disappoint that person. We don't want to let that person down. And at the start of your journey, especially when you've been struggling with this for a very long time, having that support and that accountability, it's key. It might not be something forever, but at the start, it's always key and it's always important. And that's why when you do it alone, it's very hard and nothing changes and just stay stuck. But when you get that guidance and that support and that accountability, things start to change magically. Why? Because now you want to start showing up for yourself and for that person, right? And I can see you guys agree 100% because it's true. And also, when you have that accountability and that support, it means that you are investing in yourself. And often when money is involved, it's easier for you to show up because you don't want to waste your money. It's your hard-earned money, that you earn every single week, every month that you have, right? And you don't want to waste your money. So when you start investing in yourself, things change. Things get a little bit easier when it comes to showing up for yourself. Now, our brains, they're wired for comfort and for routine. We as humans, we always, always, always want to stay in our comfort zone. We always want to keep doing the things that we've been doing for a very long time. Even if we know that those things are not helping us, even if we know that those things are not serving us, we stay stuck or we keep doing the same thing over and over again. Why? Because it's comfortable, because it's part of our routine, because it's something that we're used to and we like that. We like things that are familiar. It's the exact same thing when you go to a party. Let's say you have a party tomorrow, or you had a party yesterday, and you went to a party, you don't know anyone, okay? You just got invited by your friend, but you don't know anyone at the party. When you go there, you feel a little bit awkward. You feel a little bit like, I don't know anyone. This is so embarrassing. But as soon as you see someone that's familiar, you go straight away to that person and you want to talk to that person, and maybe you stay with that person the whole night. Why? Because that person is familiar, or that group, they're familiar, you know them. It's the exact same thing. We want to go with things or stay with things that are familiar, that are comfortable, because that's just our human nature. But if you want new results, you need new habits and you need support. If you don't have new habits, if you don't have that support, then nothing's going to change. Like nothing changes if nothing changes. Now, here are the 5 steps to help you break that cycle, to help you do things maybe a little bit different or adjust a few things so you can stop starting over every single Monday and you can be very consistent with everything that you're doing. So long term, you can achieve the goals that you truly want. And most importantly, you can stick to your promises and become that person that you want to be, that version of yourself that you truly, truly want to be. And all of us, we're all capable of doing it 100%. But the only thing that's stopping you right now, it's this, your mindset, nothing else. Our mindset, it's literally the only thing that can either hold us back or help us to achieve that goal or those goals that we want. Now, the steps that I'm going to tell you, they're honestly very simple, very easy. It's nothing new. It's nothing shiny, I promise you. And when I tell you, you might be like, come on, Danny, this is too easy. Tell me something new. That's a problem. We don't need new things. We don't need that shiny object. We just need to do the basic things over and over and over again and be consistent with this so we can achieve those goals. So, step number 1 is start small and start with realistic changes. And that's exactly why when you guys join the program, I always say month number 1, first few months is just the foundation month. We want to make changes or we want to implement those changes in a very easy and smooth transition. I don't want you guys to feel that you're going from 0 to 100 or that you're doing something completely different because that never works. That only means that you're gonna do it for a little bit and then you will stop and then you will quit. We don't want that. If we want to make real long lasting results, we have to start small and you have to be okay with that. Things will not change overnight and you will not get overnight results, and that's okay. So we want to do things baby steps, one step at a time. Pick one action today, not tomorrow. If there has been something that hasn't been working well for you, pick that thing, do that action, and commit to do it today. And don't overcomplicate it. Let's just say that you've been struggling with, I don't know, drinking water, for example. If that's something that you've been struggling with, don't go straight to drink. Don't go from drinking 1 liter of water to drinking 5 liters of water. That's way too much. And that's also very unhealthy. Just start with adding one extra glass or 2 extra glasses or a little bit more. That way it feels easier and it feels more doable. The easier it is for you, the easier it's gonna be for you to get that thing done. but pick something today and pick that thing that you haven't been doing. Pick that thing that you have been procrastinating or that thing that has been complicated. Make it simple, don't overcomplicate it, and get it done today. Straight after this call. If this has been anything, do it. Make it happen. Don't wait for Monday. Do it right now, straight after this. Second step, plan ahead. And that's something that I always tell you guys, plan ahead. Planning ahead with your meals and with your workouts. It saves you so much time. And mentally, it also saves you so much overthinking, if that even makes sense. But it just makes things much easier for you. If you don't have your meals planned, if you don't have your workouts planned for the week, and if you don't know what you're doing at the gym, it's easier not to get it done. It's easier to just eat whatever because you're hungry. And when you're hungry, your body always wants something that's high in sugar, high in fats, which means something that's highly processed. And when you eat something like that, yes, you might feel happy for a little bit, but then your energy levels go down. You have that sugar crash, and then you want to eat something again, even if you're not hungry. But because you have those drops in energy, you want to eat again, you eat. You don't stay in line with your goals, nothing changes. You feel frustrated, overwhelmed, and stuck. We don't want that. But when you plan ahead, it makes things easier for you because you have everything ready to go. You know exactly what you have to eat. Things are ready. You don't have to waste time cooking again because your meals are ready. You just heat it up, you eat, happy with your life, stick with your goals, stay in line with your goals. Same thing with your workouts. Schedule your workouts. And I say this, I mention this all the time. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Open your calendar. If you don't have one, create one. Whether it's online or pen and paper, create one. But when you have that calendar, it's easier for you to see what's happening in your week, schedule your workouts, and know exactly what days and what time you have to go to the gym. Because if you're only deciding on the day, I can guarantee you will not feel like going to the gym. And then you're going to be like, "Ugh, I'll just get it done tomorrow. Or I'll just get it done next week, Monday." And then you're going to stay stuck in that loop or that cycle of, I'll just get it started on Monday. And that's not going to change anything, right? And also, when you plan ahead, you have fewer excuses because you have everything ready. You just have to get it done. And you don't have to spend any more time thinking or overthinking. Because often when we overthink, we convince ourselves that now it's not the time. Or we convince ourselves that this is not for me. This is not working for me. I want to try something different. We don't want that. Okay. We want to leave that behind and we just want to get it done. Step number 3, adjust. Don't quit. And this is a mistake that I see many women making when life gets messy, when something unexpected happens, when things get complicated with your life, with work, relationships, just things in general. It's easier to quit rather than adjust. But we don't want that. We don't want to keep quitting every time life gets busy or messy. We just want to adjust. Things might slow down a little bit, yes, and that's okay. Things might not be exactly the same, and that's okay. But if we can adapt and if we can change, then it's going to be easier for you to keep moving forward. And if you keep moving forward, guess what's going to happen? You're going to reach that goal or those goals that you have because you didn't quit. You didn't fully stop. You slowed down a little bit, yeah, but you kept going forward. And that's the main thing. If something unexpected happens tomorrow, and that means that you have to reduce your workouts from 4 times a week to 3 times a week, for example, that's okay. You're still working out. And something, it's better than nothing. If you have to change something, that's okay. Because something, it's better than nothing. And that's why I always say if something happens, just adapt, change, and keep moving forward. That's the main thing. Don't stay there. Don't overthink too much. Don't think that this is going to take you back to square one because it won't. The only thing that will take you back to square one is if you stop, if you quit, and if you give up on yourself. That's guaranteed that will take you back to square one. Step number 4, focus on progress over perfection. We never want to focus on being perfect because as humans, we're not perfect. And we never want to aim for perfection. That's just not realistic. We want to do things that are realistic and that are going to work with our lifestyle. Progress, not perfection. Things happen, things will not be perfect, and we have to be okay with that. Especially if you're someone who you consider yourself to be a perfectionist. Accept that this is not going to happen, especially with fitness. It won't happen, I promise you. Not every single workout is going to be a perfect workout. Not every single day it's going to be a perfect day that you stick with your meal plan, and that's okay. But we have to be okay with that. Because if you are not okay with this and you don't accept this, then it's easier to get stuck in that cycle. It's not perfect. I don't want this anymore. I'll get it started next week. I'll get it started on Monday. I'll start again on Monday, and we get stuck there. One day that you skip the gym, or one day that you didn't fully stick to the meal plan, or even 1 week, it's not going to erase all the progress that you have made and all the results that you have achieved so far. Even if that progress is small, even if the things that you've been doing, it's small, it's okay. We just keep moving. We just keep moving forward. We just keep taking those steps forward. And reason number one, not reason number one, step number 5, know your why. If you don't have a strong why you're doing this, if you don't know why you want to lose weight, if you don't know how this is going to change your life in the future, how this is going to impact your life, your relationships with the people around you, the relationship that you have with yourself, if you don't know this, if you cannot picture this, if you cannot imagine this, I can guarantee your why it's not strong enough. And I can also guarantee that when motivation drops, it's going to be much easier for you to be like, I just don't feel like going to the gym. Or I just don't feel like sticking to my meal plan. I just don't feel like doing this anymore. I'll just start again next week. I'll just start over on Monday. I'll just do this or try this again once I feel a little bit better. Because right now I don't feel better. We don't want that. We don't need that anymore. That's something that I've done in the past. It didn't serve me. It didn't help me. And that's something that you've probably done in the past as well. But that doesn't serve us at all. But we need to know and we need to be very clear about why we want to achieve this goal. Not just for the physical reasons, but also how this is going to change and impact your life. Once you know this, things are going to be a little bit easier. So this is going to be your roadmap to consistency to help you get out of that cycle of I'll just try again tomorrow, or sorry, I'll try again next week Monday. I'll start over again Monday, or I'm just gonna reset. I really don't like that word at all. When you guys tell me I'm gonna reset, remove that from your dictionary. Reset is like removing all the progress that you have made in the past. We don't reset because we don't want to remove anything. We just want to keep moving forward. So your roadmap to consistency, number one, planning your meals, planning your workouts. This is going to remove any friction. Number two is small habits. Those small habits are going to help you be consistent, but or start with things that are very simple and realistic. Tracking, tracking your wins, the progress that you're making. This is going to reinforce the new behaviors, the new habits that you're building. In accountability, this is going to prevent you from quitting. So I want you guys to stop chasing perfection because perfection is just never going to happen. I want you to focus on small habits, small, tiny little things that you might need to change or adjust if you want to achieve those goals. And I want you to do things that are doable because real changes happen when fitness feels easy, when it feels like you can actually make it part of your lifestyle. If it's forced, if it's too extreme, nothing is going to change. You will not achieve that goal. You will quit next week or in a few weeks or in a few months because it's too much. But when it's easy and when it's simple, which is what we want, it's much, 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 much better. So stop waiting for Monday. Stop waiting for tomorrow. Stop waiting for that motivation to kick in to make it happen again or to get back on track with your journey. We make it happen every single day, no matter how we feel and no matter what's going on in our life. So just a quick recap. The three ways that you might be feeling or you were feeling in the past with your journey: frustrated because you kept starting over every single Monday or every single week, overwhelmed with all the information online, and you just didn't know what to do or what not to do, and stuck because what you were doing was not working. And it just kept you stuck in the cycle of starting over every single week. The three reasons why this was happening: because you probably didn't have a clear structure to follow, or if you did have one, it was way too complicated and it just didn't work out with your lifestyle. Maybe you were waiting or you are waiting for motivation or the perfect timing to get started with your journey. But we know that motivation, it's always up and down, and there's no such a thing as a perfect timing to get started or to continue with your fitness journey. And mistake number three: without accountability and without support, it's easier to not show up for yourself and to not make it happen. And the 5 steps I want you to keep making or keep taking or start taking is to start small and realistic. Plan ahead, always. Planning means success. If you plan ahead, you will be successful because you already know the things that you should be doing. Adjust, don't quit. This is going to be such an important one that I want you guys to remember all the time. We never quit. We never put our fitness on hold. We never stop. We just keep going. We adapt, we change it, but we keep moving forward always. We focus on progress, not perfection, because things will never be perfect. We don't want things to be perfect. We just want to keep moving and know your why. If you're not clear about this, use this time well after the school to ask yourself questions like, why do I want to achieve this goal? Why is or how is this going to change my life? How is this going to impact my life? Because this is truly going to make a difference, especially those days that you feel that motivation is very low and that you want to quit and that nothing is working and that you're not capable and that, whatever, all those thoughts that come to our mind or that, yeah, they come to our mind, and it's easier to quit and stop. We don't want that. If you guys have any questions, please put them on the chat right now. Anything that wasn't clear, anything that you want me to go over. But the main takeaway that I want you guys to get from this call is that we don't stop. We just simply don't stop, because stopping, quitting means giving up on yourself. I don't want that for you, and I'm sure you don't want that for yourself. Fitness, it's something that can be easily, we can manage it very easy, but adjusting, changing, and adapting when life gets busy or unexpected things happen, and that's okay. We might slow down. We always keep moving forward. We never stop. We keep moving forward no matter what is going on in our life. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Any questions, put them on the Telegram chat because I don't see anything here. Don't forget about the 5 steps that I want you to keep taking every single day. Something nice and simple, but that's how we make fitness part of our lifestyle. Enjoy the rest of your day or your night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.